Race number 5 at Belmont Park. It's over the 2100 metres. And Mark, I'm actually really looking forward to this staying race. I think there's a few nice types in this. And I think it'll be a pretty competitive race when you look at the markets.
It's wide open, Adam, and there is a key form race behind Dusty Storm last start. Have a look out for Power Pact running third. Another 5 runners in this race, also in that one.
In front, it's Dance Along by that length and a half. Charlie's My Name, Dusty Storm getting away from the inside. Then Little Miss Mac, Kostya, Zilch and Bush Track on the outside. Power Pack down the outside. Press the Pedal getting up towards the inside with Flyaway Peter, Belvedere Boy and Impreza right down the outside. Dusty Storm hit the lead from Dance Along. Power Packed on the outside. Dusty Storm in front from Dance Along and Dusty Storm, and it's a double for Hill. Comes on by a half length.
As you mentioned, certainly a good form race is that one behind Dusty Storm and Power Packed, a horse that just loves a bit of sting out of the track. We saw that then attacking the line strongly on that occasion. I think, again, can play a pretty big part in this race.
Yeah, I think so too, Adam. There's a few in that race. I'm a little bit sceptical about it. Press the Pedal was a easing favourite on that occasion. They absolutely walked out in front. Wasn't the strongest run race. We did have the likes of Charlie's My Name in there. Belvedere Boy was actually quite good from the back. Ginger Ninja was also in that race. And as we mentioned, Press the Pedal. But yeah, look, the one making the speed on that occasion went very, very slow. Look outside of those form lines, Adam. We've got a Cerise and White runner in Royal Attraction. This galloper potentially had excuses last start, pulled up a little bit a bit lame.
Yeah, it was mildly lame, as you mentioned, and I think the biggest excuse was just it wants further. I watched that replay a fair few times, and the horse did nothing wrong. It was against good Saturday types and just wanted a lot further. So I think going from 16 out to 2100 metres now, fitness no issue. I think we'll really see her class come to the front here.
Press the Pedal certainly will appreciate the softer track conditions. It won 2 starts ago. Lashilla was in that same race. Now, this is another one of the gallopers which has come out of the WA Cup, the 3200 metre race, and actually shown a bit of form.
Yeah, I really like Lashilla in this race. If you go through, it's just the type of race that this horse normally wins. Back in February, it won by 4 lengths on a soft 6. Jared Noski on board as well. And then you go back to even when it raced on a soft 7, it's placed in some really nice performances there. You can just see, with not a lot of speed, you can see him making a bit of a move here, Jared, and stealing this race. And I think that's what they'll try and do with Lashilla. Fitness, no issue, coming from that WA Cup as well. So it's one that I don't mind.
Yeah, fitness is the big key for me in this race, which is why I've gone with Kostya Zilch. It's had all of those runs over the staying trips, those really good form lines behind Rosewood Hill. From barrier 6, Jason Brown will be close enough. He's also opened up ridiculous overs. I think it's a great each-way play. Adam, you're on top selections?
I'm going to go with number 4, Lashilla, from 6, Royal Attraction, 5, Press the Pedal, and 2, Ginger Ninja.
3, Kostya Zilch on top for me, from number 7, Culverin, number 5, Press the Pedal, and 14, Power Pact.
Race number 6 at Belmont Park is a Class 3 handicap over the 1200 metres, and Mark, some pretty nice types in this race.
Yeah, there is, Adam. The replay horse we'll have a look at, though. Royal Command winning nicely in February.
The bend. Licence just seemed to get slightly impeded. Now he gets a run near the middle. Come on, Journeys over towards the fence by the 250. Bushfire Blonde from Cricket into House. Royal Command. Licence right back towards the inside. Bushfire Blonde in front. Royal Command's got it though. Royal Command hits the lead, pulls away. The favourite too good for them first up. Royal Command scored by a length over Bush.
We go back a while to watch that replay, and we haven't seen a trial since, but the turn of foot there was devastating. And the biggest thing as well is that Bushfire Blonde has gone on with those form lines, put in some really nice runs. You don't see Grant, Alana and Bob do this too often, where they do bring a galloper to the race out of trial. So I think they know what they're dealing with. This is a classy galloper. Should be well above what we've seen. And I think he's just going to attack the line strongly and be too good for them.
Yeah, like we said, this gelding by Street Sense. It hasn't raced since the 19th of February, since that win, and that suggests that when they put them away, they think they've got something pretty handy. So looking forward to seeing this galloper return here. Also got Deadly Shot, a little bit disappointing last start. Seemed to want to over-race in the hands of the apprentice Fiona Bell. Senior rider Aaron Mitchell goes on here. I think we can expect an improved performance.
Yeah, Aaron gets on with this horse very well, doesn't it? It was a good win 2 starts ago when they combined. I think this horse has got plenty of ability as well. Has placed on a soft track, will never finish outside the top 3 at the track and distance as well. From barrier 4, is going to get a lovely run.
Number 7, Alora May here. Peter Nucky keeps the ride. Just had to do too much work when finding the front last time in. Barrier 12 again is tricky, but I believe this galloper has a lot of ability.
Yeah, if this horse shows up, I think she's much better than all of these, but as you said, it's just about whether she's going to rock up and give this performance. Soft track, no issue. Barrier 12, she'll cross them with ease again. We saw that last start, so I think she should be right in the mix.
Are you on top?
Number 4, Royal Command from me. From number 5, Arafuri. If you haven't seen that recent replay, do so. It'll be running a big race here. Number 2, Deadly Shot, and 7, Alora May.
I've got number 4 on top here, the replay horse as well, Royal Command. From number 9, Lucky Legacy. Looking forward to to seeing this galloper in the soft going. 7, Allura May, and number 8, Express Boy.
Race number 7 at Belmont Park. It's over the 1,400 metres, an event for the 3-year-olds. And Mark, I think there's probably 6 or 7 in this that are going to put a nice gap on the rest of the field, but they are very classy.
Yeah, it's not a bad field, is this. Mrs. Brown's Boy is the replay horse. Let's have a look at it. Winning last start at 30 to 1.
In front, A Knight of Pro travelled up strongly on the outside from block and tackle. Deadly Shot has joined in as well. Mrs. Brown's Boy has worked into the clear nicely, and then Santiago Gal and Jupiter Rising down the outside. A Knight of Pro hit the front. Mrs. Brown's Boy though is giving chase strongly on the outside. Mrs. Brown's Boy overhauling A Knight of Pro. A Knight of Pro. Mrs. Brown's Boy going home better, and
Classy win there by Mrs. Brown Boy. Should never have gone out of that price, especially only beaten 3 lengths to Show Honey the start before without a trial. I think these form lines are really going to hold up, and these are Saturday form lines, and that's what I mean in the preview for this race. I think when you take a look at a lot of these, Bushfire Blonde, Regal Class, Shoo Hoo, Field of Merit, also Sense of Power, I think these are Saturday type gallopers. These other gallopers have run into a very good midweek field.
I loved the ride from Alan Kennedy from barrier 6. He managed to find his way 3 back the fence and gave the galloper every possible chance and won really, really nicely. Regal Class was in that race, found a bit of bad luck behind the tiring, impressive racing galloper. Forgive it for that effort. And Jupiter Rising is actually quite surprising this preparation since he's been gelded. He's, of course, won his maiden and he's gone on to run a couple of nice races, Adam. But I know a filly we're really looking forward to seeing from the Brett Pope yard, Filet de Merit.
Yeah, she's mad. That's probably a simple fact to say. She's just mad. You need to hope that she gets to the barriers in one piece. She loads with one piece and then she jumps with one piece. She does that, I think she'll be very hard to beat. The recent trial should hold up. If you take a look at that, Grand Lorado was the horse on the inside. Grand Lorado ran a really good race on the weekend and she was not doing anywhere near the amount of work as that horse. So I think from just that trial alone, the form lines, the hype that we know with this galloper, if she can get out there, she should be playing a big part in this race.
On top for you?
Yeah, I'll be going with Field of Merit. From number 4, Regal Class, 2, Mrs. Brown Boy, and 5, Shoo Hoo.
I just go back to that debut run at Bunbury, Adam, where she missed the start and ran on very, very nicely. I've got her on top as well from the 4, Regal Class, 2, Mrs. Brown's Boy, and 3, Bushfire Blonde.
Final race of the day at Belmont Park. It's a Class 1 handicap over the 1,000 metres. And Mark, the replay horse we're taking a look at was an impressive winner 2 starts ago. Some form lines are held from that, and even last start was a pretty good run.
Yeah, it was behind 4-letter word. We'll have a look at the Goblin Glider. Direct Approach making the pace on that occasion.
Come around the corner, Lucky Charlie, and the last couple, Southern Turn and Mariga. By the 370 though, Dia Della Razza levelled up on the outside of Direct Approach. The Goblin Glider also comes again. The Goblin Glider, Dia Della Razza are together down the outside. 4-letter word is starting to wind up as Dia Della Razza again gets his head in front with 100 to go from the Goblin Glider. 4-letter word cutting the margin down rapidly. 4-letter word, Dia Della Razza.
As we said, a nice performance there. This horse has done nothing wrong. I really like it back down to the 1,000 metres. When you take a look at that win at Northam, as I said, the form lines have held up with Bridgie Bardot putting in some nice runs. Drawn well in barrier 6. I think Ryan Hill's going to get a lovely run through the early stages here.
Yeah, sure will. Number 6 there as well, Santiago Gal. Aaron Mitchell rides for Justine Erklands. Really excited about this galloper getting the blinkers on here. I think the blinkers will switch her right on the filly by Warchant.
Yeah, and I think back to 1,000 metres is the other massive tick here. I love that they are trying to test her out. She won over those 1,200 metres on debut. Then they went to the 1,300 last start. Only beaten 1.8 lengths. I don't think there was any loss in that type of a performance. But blinkers on, back down to the 1,000 metres. Despite the barrier, I just think she's going to be too good for this field.
If you can, watchers and viewers, go and get a replay of Incredible Hulk because it just had no luck last start.
No, it certainly hadn't. It had 5 seconds going into that race and then probably should have won that as well. Just could not get out and didn't see a daylight at all. The form lines from that race have held up as well. Barrier 1 with a 1.5 kilo claim and a cutaway. They shouldn't be finding trouble here.
Adam, we've also got in the race we'll touch on quickly. Another last start winner in Nazareth. Where's the Hallowell stud colours? Had to go all the way to Kalgoorlie for a maiden win, Adam, but we know we've got to be wary of these Kalgoorlie form lines.
Yeah, I think they were pretty smart with this type of performance. You saw it placed behind Bold Success. I think those form lines will hold up eventually as well. Last start, they had the 2 trials. They decided to go to Cow just to get that easy kill and go into the races, and it won very nicely as well by almost 3 lengths. And from barrier 5 can play a part, but I know we're both pretty keen on number 6, Santiago Gal, on top for me. From 2, Incredible Hulk, 7, Bella's Keeper, and 9, Lady Latte.
It's the same Quinella for me, Adam. Number 6, Santiago Gal. From the 2, Incredible Hulk. Number 8, La Bionda, and 9, Lady Latte.
Time now to take a look at the best bets of the card, and Mark, we both have the same. So I've got race 1, number 13, Rogue and Scent.
As do I, Adam, and I've also got race 8, number 6, Santiago Gal.
Let's hope that they can get the job done for the punters. Looks to be a very good betting day. As you can see, you can always follow us on social media. That's on screen at the moment. PerthRacing.com.au for all of your event information and our YouTube channel. On behalf of both of us, hopefully found you plenty of winners.